At the age of 14, I suddenly discovered that I had a strange ability. Whenever I read news about murders, I could clearly picture in my mind how the killer had committed the crime. Even stranger, I could even imagine the scene where the victim's body had been dumped. Later, while chatting with my classmates, I even had a premonition that one of my female classmates would soon be murdered. Although I was young, I behaved very differently from my peers, showing a level of maturity beyond my years. As an adult, I became a criminal profiler specializing in analyzing crimes. Whenever the police encountered a difficult case, they would seek my help to clarify the clues. Recently, I completed a task that narrowed down the list of 217 suspects to just 13. Given my outstanding performance, the chief assigned me an even more challenging serial murder case. The killer was extremely twisted, turning the bodies into art sculptures and displaying them in a tourist area. I was immediately intrigued by the case, even feeling a thrill at the prospect of outsmarting the killer.
Super.
I was drawn to this twisted criminal method, constantly imagining what the killer might look like. The next day, while having dinner with my roommate, I grew increasingly excited as we discussed the murder case. The next moment, I suddenly zoned out, fantasizing that I had become the killer's target. After that, strange incidents kept occurring one after another. My roommate told me someone had sent me a package, but it was mistakenly delivered to my old address. When I opened it, it was an old men's tie. I instinctively sniffed it. Actually, I had already grown accustomed to such strange occurrences, as the envelopes I had received earlier had already filled an entire drawer. But that night, I suddenly pulled out the tie, wrapped it around my neck in a bizarre manner, and pulled it tightly. In that instant, I felt as though I were experiencing a near-death sensation and was startled to see the murderer. At that moment, I received a call from an unknown number.
Alô?
The caller didn't speak, but only emitted a series of eerie gasps over the phone. However, my premonition might have come true once again, as all of this seemed to stem from the extremely twisted murder case in my hands.